Tom Ziegler with MMA On the Rise. Tonight we're going to be featuring the welterweight title fight for the Fight Lab title from Fight Lab 26 in Charlotte, North Carolina. We've got Aaron the Outlaw Osborne taking on Roy Hughes Jr. Get ready for fireworks. These two are ready to win that belt. Stay tuned. This fight is brought to you by Any Lab Test Now. All the best fighters get their blood working. Any Lab Test Now.
Over 150 convenient locations. Fighter panels include HIV, hepatitis B and C. Only $89. No doctor's orders needed. In and out 15 minutes.
Fighting is in your blood. Make sure nothing else is.
My name is Jordan Ronaldo.
This is Joe Pacheco.
I'm Solon Stanley.
Keith Richardson.
I'm Curtis Clower.
Shane Crenshaw.
We are the Hooter Girls.
Vanilla Gorilla. Kevin Ferrant.
This is Adrian A. Trey Henderson.
I'm Jason Fagler Jr.
Fernando Sarah.
We're the Hooter Girls.
You're watching it.
You're watching.
You're watching.
You better be watching.
And you're watching.
Watching.
Are you watching it?
And you're watching.
MMA.
MMA.
MMA on the rise.
MMA on the rise.
MMA on the rise.
MMA on the rise.
On MMA on the rise.
MMA on the rise.
MMA on the rise. MMA on the rise.
MMA On the Rise, Fight Lab 26, Tom Ziegler, Paul Boo cage side. Next we got the welterweight amateur title fight for Fight Lab. Getting a good look at Roy Hughes Jr. making his way to the cage. Coming to us with a record of 3-2, listed at 5'7", which is rather short for a welterweight fighter, but he's packed with muscle. His last fight was actually a title fight going on a year and a half ago. April of 2011, he lost to Nick Smith, who's making his pro debut tonight, former welterweight champion himself.
He's actually fighting Osborne tonight. Osborne is kind of runs in that same crew as Nick Smith. So
1'6", 150 guy. So Hughes should be pretty familiar with these guys. He's getting another shot at one, getting another shot at the title. Prior to that loss to Smith, he did have 3 straight wins. Very impressive fighter. taking some time off. Not sure if it was due to injury or just going back to the drawing board and changing up his training.
Sometimes just life happens, especially with these amateur fighters. They're not getting paid to fight. You know, if they don't have sponsorships and things like that, and it's hard to get as an amateur, sometimes just like I said, life happens. And
yeah.
Sometimes they have to take a break.
Changes in their work schedule doesn't allow them to train. There's a number of different reasons.
And there's a lot to be said for these amateur fighters who come out here and they're laying it all on the line and they're trying to, you know, make a run at this and not getting paid to do it.
And his opponent, representing 1-6, DJ A-Rod, bring to me the outlaw, Aaron Osborne.
And as you heard it, 16150 crowd in the house.
16150 Nation representing. Get a good look at the outlaw, Aaron Osborne. Very intense individual. Listed at 5'10", 170 pounds. Coming to us with a record of 5-1. Probably see him in the pro ranks sometime in his future. It's on a two-fight win streak after a submission loss to Mike Corvino back in April of 2011, which ironically was the last time his opponent Hughes had fought. Osborne has 2 wins, both by KO. Very, very powerful hands does Aaron Osborne have.
The two brothers, Aaron and Mike Osborne, both of them are known for their power in their hands.
He looks ready to go.
He is fired up.
This is for the vacant Fight Lab welterweight title, and it is brought to you by WhipAMan'sAss.com. First, let's meet the first challenger. This young man comes to us from the fighting state of Massachusetts. He has an impressive MMA record of 4 wins versus 2 losses, representing Piles Valley Tudo. Give it up for Roy Hughes Jr. And his opponent, standing to my right. This young man comes to us from Mooresville, North Carolina. He is a boxer and a wrestler. He has an impressive MMA record of 6 wins versus only 1 defeat, representing 16150 and Renegade Fighting Systems. Charlotte, welcome the outlaw, Aaron Osborne. Referee Donnie Jessup will tell him something.
Guys, whatever the rules in the back, protect yourselves at all times and obey my commands at all times. Touch them up, good luck, and back them up.
Here we go. The welterweight championship is on the line. These two guys look like caged animals waiting to get at each other. And the action begins.
Looks like there's an explosion waiting to happen there.
Yeah, both fighters
Aaron Osborne,
very conscious.
Yeah, Aaron Osborne is wound up tight. That could work against him later in the if this fight goes later in the rounds.
Wow! Aaron Osborne.
Wow. He put him on the stanky leg for a second, hit him again, and the fight's over.
Holy cow.
Well, I guess that wind-up was, he let it all loose at one time.
We talked about his powerful hands, but he wasted no time throwing with bad intentions. I believe it was a left that got him shaky, and then he finished off with the big right hand. Donnie Jessup had seen enough.
Hughes looked like he was protesting the stoppage a little bit to the ref, to Johnny Jessup, but he probably doesn't realize he was out. A lot of times guys, they'll go out, they'll come back too, and they will have no remembrance of it happening. So he looked like he was a little bit protesting on why that was stopped, but I'm sure when he comes back and sees this on video later, he'll see that he definitely was clearly out.
Yeah, he definitely was rocked. The right hand dropped him flat. Aaron Osborne was in a position to really start laying down some leather on him. Donnie Jessup saved Hughes from further damage.
The first one stunned him really bad. He stiffened out his legs. The second hit dropped him. He was out cold for a split second. And then I think Donnie Jessup jumping on him woke him up.
In the welterweight title, President of Fight Lab, Mr. Kenny Letts, your winner and new Fight Lab welterweight champion, Osborne.
You are watching MMA on the Rise. And that'll do it for our show this week. Make sure to like us on Facebook, check us out on YouTube, follow us on Twitter. We'll see you next time on MMA on the Rise.